Hey, what's up, guys? This is Brian with thatspend.com, and I have a very special guest, Mitch Gonsalvez. He is the founder and owner of Executive Advantage, an awesome company that helps other consultants, coaches, agency owners scale by implementing systems and mechanisms in their business to get them consistent clients on their calendar so they can close more deals, make more income, and more impact. And I'm super excited that he's here with me today because I wanted to give him a quick interview, as he's also a client of ours in our YouTube ads coaching program. And I wanted to get his feedback on how his experience has been so far. So Mitch, take it away. Tell everybody your background and what you were doing before we started working together, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So appreciate you bringing me on. And yeah, man. So I guess first off, in terms of what we do specifically, and Brian kind of alluded to it, main focus was helping people scale with LinkedIn and outbound sales teams. So hiring appointment setters, maybe mainly on the B2B side, getting clients. And then we've also been utilizing, the YouTube ads for our own business for a long time. And so I'd say about 18 months I've been into YouTube. And one of the biggest things that I would say is that I was already at a level where I was spending $1,500, $2,000 a day. So I don't know if that's typical person that would join the client or the program. But when I first got started with YouTube ads, there was no resources for me. There's very few resources. I had to learn one-on-one from this guy that was spending 1.5 million a month. And he was just showing me everything. And even at the beginning, I lost a lot of money just trying to figure it out on my own. And then when I finally found someone that knew what they were talking about, shortcutted it, and we just scaled up from there. But I mean, I was probably in a similar position that a lot of people are in, where they maybe were doing Facebook ads. So we used to spend over $2 million on Facebook ads for our own business. And then overnight, boom, ad account shut down. I'm like, okay, fuck what do I do? We had about 40% of our revenue coming from LinkedIn, which, we took a 60% dip, which sucked. But I got it back up onto to YouTube ads, and it's been a lot more profitable, a lot more streamlined, a lot more simple. And within 3 months, I was doing $150K a month just from YouTube ads alone. And then what happened was, a reason why I joined your program is that I was already spending $60K a month on ads, but I'm like, okay, how can we scale from 150, 200K a month to $500,000 a month, $1 million a month? And so I saw you as you've scaled a lot of people to $1 million a month. You had big launches with Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi. So I'm like, okay, I need to learn from someone to take me to the next level. And so similar when I hired my high performance coach, it's I had 95% of the things there. But what's the 5%, the 3%, the 1%? That's where excellence is, and that's where you're really going to get the most gains. And so going through the stuff that you had, it's really the more you have some really advanced stuff. I didn't need really the beginner stuff. It was more the advanced stuff to get me to $3K, $5K a day ad spend and beyond. And now we're spending $2,500 and close to $3K a day on ads now.
Yeah, dude, it's awesome, man. Because I always love working with clients like you too, because like you said, you were already spending about 60 grand a month on your own, dude, with what you had, your knowledge on, and everything that you learned previously. And so when you came in, it was cool because like you said, it was that 1, 2, maybe 3 slight tweaks in the targeting, the campaign structure, the bidding, nothing really crazy, but just a few small tweaks that allowed you to, like you just said, obviously get up to where you're at now, $3,000 a day at some points too. So that's awesome, dude. I guess what would you say was the biggest benefit of joining the program initially? What was that big takeaway you got initially?
Yeah, that's a great question. So for me, man, the way that I like to learn is I don't like just to learn one way. So I like to have a training component where I can just go in and it's self-study and I can just go and just learn on my own, because I don't want to have any restrictions. When I want something, I need to get it now, and I want to just implement and execute because I take action. But then also too, it's being able to speak to a coach or mentor, advisor, someone to give me feedback on, okay, what am I doing? How can I optimize? And especially someone that's an expert that's doing it at a high level. And so I'd say the biggest thing for me was just being able to talk to you. Yeah. And here's my ad account. Let's dive into things okay, how can I tweak this? How can I make this better? How can I create better angles to get a higher quality, inbound bookings coming through? And so I'd say that was a big component. And then just like showing me some like ninja stuff, under the hood, but the strategies that you talk about, the fractal targeting, like those are things that I didn't even know about. And so just by speaking with you and like for like, on our calls, getting those insights, getting those like top tier, like advanced stuff that once you get to a certain level, it's okay. Cause like, it's all about getting the like last 5%, 3%, 1%. That's where like a craftsman, they know like every little detail of like the ad accounts and like they've seen it a lot. So just like speaking to you and like, if you use, I know you spend a lot of money on ads for yourself and your clients. So it's like, those are the things that help me the most. And just like being able to scale further is that what I would say. Cause like, again, getting to 60K a month was like cool on my own. We can do like 150, 200 a month just by myself. But like getting to that next level, it's like, okay, we need to do something a little bit different.
Yeah, dude, 100%. And it just goes to show that obviously you as a person too, like you just never stop growing, which is why I think you are at the level that you're at now, even implementing the things that you've learned, because like you said, you're an action taker, dude. And like, you're not most people that buy a course or a coaching program or whatever the case may be. Like you're the 1% in this case, because you actually get it, you implement it right away. And then you just get that fast feedback, which is sick. We love working with guys like you, dude. And it was cool working with you too, because that was my favorite part about the relationship too, was like, I was able to just geek out with you and all the ad stuff. And then the biggest thing that I think that was your takeaway too, was like the fractal targeting stuff, right? So speak a little bit about that. And like, what was the biggest insights there that helped you with in terms of getting to, $1,000 a day to $3,000 a day in ad spend?
Yeah. Like the biggest thing too, man, is like that most people don't understand is that at the beginning, it's harder to make the campaigns profitable and to like see results. But as you scale, it's easier because the algorithm starts to go and find more people that are like the people that have converted. Right. And so with the fractal targeting stuff that you showed me, it's like, okay, look, you have so much data in your account. You spent hundreds of thousands of dollars, like probably split $1 million over amount, but going into that and then seeing the data and then looking at, okay, here's all of the channels that your ads are being shown on. Here's all of the even placements of what type of videos these people are interested in and they're watching. I'm able to then take that and create new audiences, create new ad angles, create new hooks, create new actual full-on bodies that are going to attract the right people into the funnel, and then ultimately to get them onto the phone with my sales guys and then, scale. Because as much as you want to get more leads and more bookings, there's also the quality. And so if these people are already watching videos on topics that, I can solve their problem with, and like these are where people are conglomerating, going to that source and then getting the data from the account and then using that to make decisions. That was one of the biggest things too. Cause like, again, like you don't know these things unless someone points them out to you and tells you where to look. Right.
Yeah.
Like,
100%, dude.
When you're in the room and you're looking for something, it's like in plain sight, but then, someone points out and it was right there the whole time. It's kind of like that. Cause I've seen that before, but I didn't know how to use it and like how it was going to be useful in order to make the campaigns more profitable in a sense.
Yeah, because everybody can go to their placements right now if you're running YouTube ads and see, okay, these channels, these videos, but like, what do you use? How do you use that data, right? And it was that fractal targeting piece in the program that really just put that light bulb moment that you already kind of knew you maybe needed to use it, but then it was just having somebody who's, doing it as well, just like you, to kind of give you that like just tip that just takes you to the next level, which is super, super key. I mean, that's how I was able to get my start too. Like I spent money on YouTube ads. I lost money on YouTube ads. I got a coach with YouTube ads, Tommy Powers, right? Who's the one that trained me up and taught me how to scale. Everything that I've learned over the years of ad spend of really trial and error condensed in down to that program is what now you got the benefit of to take you to the next level too, man. So I guess last question, dude, like, overall, dude, like if you would recommend this to a friend, what would you say to them? Like someone who's already spending YouTube ads, because that's what you were doing, right? They maybe feel like, okay, I kind of already know everything, right? I don't really need a coaching program or any help from somebody. Like what would you say to someone who's maybe unsure or on the fence about joining the program and just kind of working with us to take it to the next level?
Yeah, I would say, man, like if you're a beginner all the way to like you're spending, 1, 2, 3, 4, even 5K a day, I guarantee that there's something in the program that you can learn, or even just talking to you for 5 minutes, they're going to learn something that they can implement that can help them scale to 100K, 500K, a million a month. Right. And so like what I would say is that there's when somebody is spending and doing something at a high level where all you guys do is run YouTube ads, like, and you're trying to scale YouTube ads, you should go learn from people that are craftsmen at their thing, right? And so I would say anybody that's on the fence, I would say that you're going to learn at least one thing that's going to completely, again, it's excellence is in the details, and excellence is in like the last percentage points which you need to get, because no one's ever going to be 100%. You think about in like a game like 2K, in like basketball, like you're trying to level up your character, you're trying to level up, and like you get LeBron James, he's like a 96 or whatever, right? And like you're trying to get to that next level personally. And so it's like you as a person needs to level up your skills, your character, the overall disciplines in terms of media buying even as well, and tracking and, putting these things in place. And so I'd say anybody that's on the fence is like, it'd be a complete no brainer, because even if like, depending on if you, especially these guys charging high ticket, one client, two clients are going to pay for the entire investment. And so if you're able to scale and get an extra 2 clients a week, a day, over a period of time, like it's just a no brainer, especially working with you as with your agency or on the side of the training point as well.
Yeah, dude. Appreciate that, man. So I appreciate you for the time. Thank you for doing this, Mitch. And this was awesome, man. And if ever you're watching this video, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. And if you're thinking about joining, the link's down in the description, and we'll talk to you guys
soon. A call.
Yeah, book a call. Thanks, Mitch.
Yeah. Awesome, man.